All right, so today we're taking a look at the Sofa Baton Universal Remote, and the idea behind this remote is that we're going to take all of our devices that we have connected to our TV, our home entertainment system, and put them into one remote, so we don't have to be tracking these down in the arms of chairs, underneath the couches, in cushions, and things of that nature. We can just have the one right here ready to go. So I only have my TV connected to this remote. We don't use a DVD player or any of those other devices, and so I'm going to walk you through how to get your TV connected to the remote, and then I'm going to show you how it works. Now, the thing that you need to know first about this remote is that this remote is going to mirror this remote. Whatever remote come with your TV is going to be on your universal remote. So because there are no numbers on this remote, the numbers on this remote actually do not work. However, we can program our numbers to maybe go back to your home screen or go to a menu or to other pages that are on your smart TV, and I'll show you how to do that here in just a minute. But the first thing that I wanted to do is to explain the remote to you. So you've got your power button. You've also got a digital display up here that's going to show you everything that you have connected on this remote, and then you've got a little wheel here that you can go through those devices, whether it's your DVD player or your home entertainment center or it's your TV. You can scroll through those. So you've got your power button, and then you've got your return button, and then you've got all of the other buttons that are typically on any other remote. Your return, your play, your stop, your fast forward, your rewind, your OK, your volume, your channel, all of that's right here. And all of those are right here on this remote as well. So the first thing that you want to do is download the Sofa Baton app. So the app is going to go on your phone, and the app is going to communicate with your remote control and help you get that synced to your TV. Now there's three ways to sync it to your TV. That's going to be through Bluetooth, through learning by pointing these two remotes together, and then the third way would be through a manual add. Now I went with the manual add, and the only reason I went with the manual add is because I have a newer style 65-inch TV that was not already pre-programmed into the remote. So I was able to put that into the app, and I was able to get it connected flawless. I mean, I just took it right out of the box, got it connected within minutes, and was using it just as fast. So we're going to go into our screen record so that you can see this app and how it works and how it connects to your remote control. And then what we're going to do is go upstairs and show you a couple of ways to reprogram some of the keys on here and how to add keys on here. Okay, so the first thing we want to look at here is on the second row. You're going to see the big B, or the Sofa Baton, on the second row left, and it says that the app is disconnected. So we're going to go ahead and connect it. That's perfect. So what you see here is that it's telling me to push the minus and the E on the bottom side of the remote. And then on the remote, it does say pairing. And on my phone, it says connect. So we're going to go ahead and connect. And I realize that you can't see the screen, and I apologize for that. But just trust me that there's a digital screen up here, and it has a readout of everything that's going on. So you can see that I have at one time had my TCL TV connected to the remote. So what I'm going to do is just select the TCL, and then we come to this screen that gives you the device name, the icon, the remote keys, and you can hide from remote screen. What we're going to do is go into the device icon, and we can change that icon to be anything that we want. We can have it be the Amazon Fire TV, you can have it be Netflix, you can have it be your computer screen, or it can be a computer, whatever icon you want. Now we're just going with the regular icon of a player, and it might just be a streaming box. When we hit the remote keys, what we see here are a bunch of green outlined keys. Now those outlined keys are the same keys that are on the original remote that come with the TV. So I've got a power button. Actually, I have two power buttons. Then I have the up button, down button, the scrolling buttons. All of those green buttons are programmed into this remote. And that happened when I synced my app with the remote. Now, in order to do that, you've got to have the model number of your TV. I happen to have a brand new TV, so my model number was easy to find on the box. It was also easy to find in my order. I went back to my order and pulled that number off of my order, plugged it into here, and it did not have it pre-programmed in, but I was able to add it manual and get things up and going pretty slick. Down here at the bottom, you see a legend. The legend is the assigned keys. The assigned keys happened when we synced these remotes with the TV. The learn keys are keys that happen when you put these two remotes together. The universal remote will learn from the old remote, and I'm going to show you how we do that when we get upstairs. We're going to program another one of these keys. And then you've got your macro keys. A macro key is a series of keys that you push in order for it to go back to a certain place of the TV or to a certain page. Now we're not going to do any macros. And then you've also got Bluetooth keys, and we're not going to do anything with that either. We're going to look at the assign keys, and we're going to look at the learn keys and show you how to do those. The first thing that we see here is all the green keys are the assigned keys that happened when you did the sync. You see down here where the Netflix button would be, that is called a learn key. And the way that I did that learn key, when I go back here, we do the remote keys, and then we can also select like the green key here. And that green key, now I can reassign that key and make it a Hulu key. It's already a Hulu key. We can learn from the original remote, or we can make a macro for that key. So what I want to do is I want to see this one clear over to the right. What we want to do with that key is we want to learn from the original. And it's going to show you on here what you have to do to learn from the original is to press the key on the original and then press the key right here on the universal. So what we're going to do is program that to be a Paramount Plus. So I'm going to hold my Paramount Plus right here on my Roku TV remote. And then I'm going to also pick the coinciding color. And we're just going to, and you can see that it was learned successfully, and it did read out learning and then success. So what we want to do now is we want to go back to the remote keys, and we can see that it now has a blue outline around it, which means that it is a learned key. When we go upstairs, we're going to make sure that this does go to Paramount Plus. Last thing I want to show you is we're going to push digit number 2. Digit number 2, why don't we go ahead and assign that key, and these are what we can assign it to. Play, pause, fast forward, rewind, all of those that would go with like a DVD player. What I want to do is let's just go ahead and make that a power key, and that way we're going to know that it's working or not. So we're going to hit the power, and we're not going to hit the trigger, we're going to hit the power, and you're going to get a check mark there, and then we're going to click done, and then you can see that that is now an assigned key. So you do see that we've already had number 1 assigned, and now we assigned a power button to number 2. What we're going to do is we're going to clear key number 1 so there's nothing there, and if we wanted to, we could put something there. So I think what we want to do now is we want to take this upstairs, and we want to see how this works and show you those assigned keys and how they work as well. Okay, so here we are at the TV with the new remote, and so that's all we're going to be able to do is the TV, not the DVD player or any other devices. Just going to power that on so you can see that it does work. And there's my and I use the power button at the top. If I use this power button right down here at the side, it works just the same. And you can see I'm powering off, and then we'll come right back on. So what I want to do now is just walk through some of these functions with you. If I wanted to go down, I can control it down. I can go up, I can go over, and I can select my live TV or any other app that I want to on this TV using this remote. I can push my home button and go back home, and then I can also use my volume keys. You can see the volume is going up and the volume is going down. And then because I don't really need a channel button, I don't change the channel. If I change the channel, then I'm probably going to change my input. Now again, because there are no channels, so to speak, on streaming, my channel buttons do not work. My return button works, my play button works, and all of that. If I was to pause the live TV or to pause a movie, then I can also play. Now I did show you down here at the bottom, I do have it programmed for Netflix, so I'm just going to push the red bar. Red bar is going to take me right to Netflix. Next thing we're going to do is just go home, and we're going to see if we've got Hulu on here. And then we can go to Hulu. And then we just programmed the Paramount Plus. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go back home. And then we're also going to push the Paramount Plus and show you that that worked. Now remember, I programmed key number 2 to be a power button, and we're just going to see if that works for us. And you can see that we're powering off. And then if I push key number 2 again, you can see that there, pointed at the eye, we turn back on. So universal remote, I really like having the freedom to program these keys to be anything that you want. The only thing that's I feel like is kind of a downfall for this is that I would like to see the entire remote work. I would like to see the numbers work. Like if I was to go to my live TV and punch in a number, rather than scroll through my menu that's down here, I would like to be able to push like at channel 3, but pushing channel 3 does nothing. I have to scroll through the menu. I would also like to have a key or the option to push menu and go to my menu, but that's just not available. Remember, this remote is going to be identical or mirror your original remote. And so then, because there's no menu button and there's no keys or numbered keys on it, it's just not going to work on this remote. So outside of that, I think it's a really nice remote. It works clear across the room. I don't have any trouble with that. The only issue that I'm having with my remote, and it's with my old remote, is that I got a little bit of garland here in front of the eye, and so I got to raise it up. But it works across the room. I don't have any trouble with it at all. It is a remote that if you are looking to put all of your devices together into one remote, I think this is super nice. It's easy, it's convenient, and it is one that I do recommend.